Let me ask you your name first, please.
My name is Andres Manso.
Okay.
Manso is similar to a white man.
Oh, not a machete.
No.
Okay. Well, would you bring a chair? Could you tell me how did they find you to become part of the 2506?
Mm-hmm. They don't find me. I went through the a group of people who was trying to make impossible the invasion to Cuba in 1959-60. I came in 1960, September 1960, to New York City. I spent about 7 months in there, but the cold was not harder now. But in 1960 was, for me, that I'm a Caribbean boy in that time, was very hard to. So I decided to give a little help, see if we can throw Castro at that time. So I went from New York, Miami, Guatemala.
Now, did you train at USEPA?
I trained. No, I was not in USEPA. USEPA was the first men, the Cuban men, to try to make the brigade. The brigade.
Okay. And were you well aware of the plan? What was supposed to happen when you left Guatemala for Bay of Pigs?
Definitely, I was aware but we always had behind us that the American Army, Navy, and Aviation was ready to help us, because 1,500 men don't go overthrow Castro at that time. No, either. Maybe he put 60,000 men in there.
Do you want to take the call?
No.
So when you got to the Bay of Pigs, you expected American support, American military support?
In a little while, yes. After we begin the fight, we begin very early in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Start with the frogmen. They took over the beach. I give us the signal to disembark. I disembarked in one of those World War II LCM.
Yes.
Was very lucky that time. And the heavy equipment I got was very bad. But 24 years old, anything you can support it.
Now we have come to understand that Castro's forces knew you were coming. It was supposed to be a surprise, but they knew you were coming.
Actually, they don't know. He supposed that we are coming, but not when ni where.
Okay.
But remember, we're supposed to bombardier all the airport, even Havana and Santiago de Cuba. We did it only for, I think it was 25 minutes or 30 minutes. And after that, Kennedy.
Took away the air
took away
support.
the air.
Yeah.
In that time, the brigade was ready to collapse.
So, how do you feel about Kennedy, or in 1961, and maybe today?
Well, I feel the same. He was a treason to the Cuban people. The same. That was April 17, 1961, and now the difference is another President Obama, December 17, 1915, 1914. Same. Cuba, communist, people hungry, you name it. Anything change? I don't see the change. More money? Hmm. Food? Yeah. You can have a food all the time you want it. You pay for it. You got it. Manuel Artime was with Castro in the Sierra Maestra. I think it wasn't a Sierra Maestra, it was in Escambray or whatever. But he worked with Castro in the beginning. He was part of the farmer in Cuba or something. And after that, actually he was a Catholic. He was, and he very, in few months, he broke with Castro and went to the United States. He was medical, a doctor.
Doctor, yes.
A doctor.
He lived here, didn't he?
He was
here in Little Havana.
Mm-hmm. He was a very nice guy, very pragmatic. If he talk, you listen to him. No matter what, you stop and you listen to him because what. And he wanted to go with us in the invasion, and he did. He was close to the chief of commander, and he was captured too, and was released with us 1962 with remember United States paid the ransom of $62 million, but cash only $2 million. The rest was in medicine through the Red Cross.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But there was a negotiation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where were you taken in prison in Cuba?
I was. I went one, two, three places in Cuba in the time I was in jail, the 22 months. The worst part was in the Castillo del Príncipe. It was very hard because the custodian was very brutal. We passed hungry, no food, no water, no sanitation. Very bad situation in that time. But I never moved from, after we condemned in 30 years of prison in the trial, I never moved from Castillo del Príncipe. 100 and something moved to Isla de Pino, including Artime, the chief in command, and the rest. They classified them for money, $500,000, $100,000, $50,000, $25,000. So the 50 down stay in Havana in the Castillo del Príncipe. I was there.
I'm going to ask you this question for a friend of mine. Her name is Sherry Sullivan. She lives in Maine, and her father was on a mission flowing out of Opalaca with Alex O'Rourke over Cuba, and he's never come home. Did you see any Americans at the prison in Cuba? Maybe a Jeffrey Sullivan?
No. The only 4 Americans who died in Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961 was 4 training pilots from the Alabama National Guard. Okay, the only thing American that I know, that's what I told you, the 4 pilots, I got them. I got the photo of them right behind you. Gray, Schamberger, the name is there.
I will look. Yeah.
They die in Giron. Even one airplane B-26 crashed in the sea, and the other 2 survived and landing. But when they went out, they shoot it. We know who did it because it was eyewitnesses there. We know the name. It was a doctor, Mel Ferrer. Mel Ferrer, no Fernandez, Ferrer. And the same, like Cienfuegos, the one who put 100 and something people in the big truck, lock them up, and 9 brigadistas died on the way to Havana. So we got them online, maybe soon. Never know.
Are you part of the Alpha 66?
No, sir. I never been involved in any association that Brigade 2506.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't give interview in the office, because I work over here for 10 years now. We have a group of people. We have a reunion every month. I got different job. My job is administration over here, and the rest of the people, like press, is 2 guys, a very nice guy. They always give the interview. That's his job, not mine.
You're doing very well.
Okay, but actually, that's the reason I want a connection. I call them. They come on over and talk to you, give an interview, because they're more, like I say, more easy to explain everything. But no problem.
You just got a telephone call. One of your veterans of 2506. Interested in what?
In who if somebody died, our friend. He asks me every day, who died yesterday or before? No, everything is quiet, everything is okay, and he's happy. He's not, he's complete blind. He's only live in the house with the wife, and once in a while he's coming over here, especially in election time. Every 2 years he's coming over. He's about 77, 78. But the worst thing is blind. And but he called in the morning, late in the afternoon. I give you the information. Right? He's a nice guy.
Let me go back to when you were in prison.
Mm.
Were you aware that there were negotiations to get you out of Cuba, or were you completely unaware? It was
no, we was after the trial. We was aware that something happened, and the communication coming through, and 1 or 2 visit the relatives say, we are doing this and doing that, and there's a man in Cuba. His name is Alonso Pujol. Was a millionaire and a brain. When that happened, and he condemned all the prisoners for 30 years in prison, he talked to Castro. What are we going to do with 1,132 men over here in prison? You want to kill it? You kill already what you got. You don't want to do anything, because that's how you call it, genocide or whatever. You say, oh, that's very good. What do you suggest? Sell it, exchange all those people, move it out of here. They are American. They are not Cuban. They are American. They belong to United States. They live in United States. So Castro is a son of, but he's intelligent, that motherfucker. You cannot. We, the Cuban, know that he is a brain. Or bad, but he's a brain.
Now, when you got back to the United States. How were you looked on? Were you heroes?
We was like a hero over here in Miami with all the family. I got part of my. I was single at that time, so, but I got a relative over here. I was hero, but that thing doesn't stop there. In 6 months, I was taking a training because I was born in Cuba, close to the sea. I was like a marine all the time, marinero, move around boats, so. So I studied that. So I went to Miami at that time. So with the CIA, I took a refreshment course on navigation for 3 or 4 months in Miami. After that, Manuel Artime, the one who left, he was a golden boy for America. I make a training camp in Nicaragua. So the CIA give it money, give it to. Maybe I got the balls over here. Let me show you. Yeah. We used those boats in Central America with Artime. I was captain of one of those boats. So I went to, when I finished in the brigade, 6 months, I enrolled against. I went to
I would say not very many, but some people think that the Cuban community in the United States was so angry with President Kennedy that they might have participated in his assassination. Any thoughts on that?
No. Our feeling was not that bad to make an assassination of Kennedy. We think Castro have something to do with that. Castro, but not the Cuban exile.
Anything specific you can put your hand on about why you think Castro?
Actually, the thing happened before with the intent to kill Castro in some places around the world when he was a president in Cuba. I think he got a bad feeling about Kennedy too. So that's the reason he probably convinced Mr. Oswald to kill. But nobody have a proof of that. But not a Cuban exile. Cuban exile don't. We was angry with him. We took the flag from him that we gave it to. You know that story?
I don't.
Okay. After we came back from the prison, we went to Orange Bowl, place where we play. So all the brigade went there, and we gave to Kennedy the flag from the brigade. There's one there in the corner, and he promised us to give it in Cuba very soon.
A free Havana, if I remember.
Free Havana. I give it very soon, including was Kennedy, Miss Kennedy, how is his name?
Jacqueline Kennedy?
Jacqueline Kennedy.
She was there too.
She was
speaking on Espanol.
Speaking Espanol. That she was very proud of with his son was like a Cuban or something. So we love that thing. But many years pass, and we don't see the flag. After that, coming the missile crash, and the Cuban went down in the toilet. So the Kennedy was dead, and we asked the Congress to give it back our flag. We took a lawyer, a friend of a son of one of those brigade who died the other day, his father. He's a lawyer in Washington. So he make some, send some letter, and they give us the flag. It's there. So we don't have the, we feel betrayed by Kennedy, but not to assassinate him.
How do the people living in Cuba today feel about you and your group up here in Miami and other places?
The new generation in Cuba, they don't know anything about the Bay of Pig invasion. The people around our age, 70, 75, they know and they love it. They suppose, he think that we were successful. Cuba will be a different story. We got a very good reputation in Cuba with all the oldest people, not the new generation. The new generation leave Cuba because they're hungry, because they are not political. They're hungry. They want money. They want to dance. They want to sing. They want to, but not overthrow Castro. They don't do anything about it. It had to be the old generation. Okay.
All right.
Sí, espérate. 786-554. Espérate que se me olvidó ahora. Cuatro, 5, 4, 4, 7, mira a ver. Ok. Si por casualidad hay algún error, me vuelves a llamar y yo te rectifico. Es que no. Ok, bueno. Correcto. Bueno. ¿Ready? Sí. ¿Aló? ¿Quién habla? Sí. Bueno, gracias. Bye.